Welcome, this is Jason from Daily Awakening. So, we have finished the Mercury retrograde on 23rd, 6 a.m. Hong Kong time. We also have full moon in Capricorn at today midnight, 2 a.m. Hong Kong time already. While at the meantime, we also have Neptune start to retrograde in Pisces. At the meantime, we also have Jupiter retrograde in Pisces and Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. So in general, I would say we have been releasing tons of limitations, obsessions to the spiritual. And we try to release and receive more and more information gradually. Try to release the burdens and absorb more information to be our wisdom. So today general reading, we will try to focus on what we can further release and receive in this period of time. So this is a general reading. Take it if resonates. So today I'm going to see what will be the theme that spiritual suggests us to release more. I'm going to use the Starseed Oracle deck for now. So it has been a time that I make some videos again, so will you guys enjoy it? I will also take it with the Sacred Travelers. I've shuffled it already, but I just like to shuffle it again. Okay. In here I see that for people you're reading in this general reading, perhaps you are going to going over some lonely time, a long time, some kind of regenerating yourself, enhancing yourself to a new cycle. In here we see, but this solitude somehow might try to kill you, because although that a long time can enhance our wisdom, we can have further introspection, a strongest self-reflect time, but this process is not going to be easy for all of us. So in here I see that spiritual suggests us to release our fear, the fear about being alone and the feeling about being abundant, because in here I see that with the solitude and trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. This trusted timing is about that if you are judging about your solitude time, your lonelyhood, your singlehood, in here I see that somehow you are shuffling that if this kind of waiting process is trustworthy, it is truly worthy for this kind of time or not. While we also have the inner worth, you will survive this, new solutions and beginnings. It exactly go with like, here is pair 1, this is pair 2. We see that there is new beginning here coming over, and some kind of new solutions and new beginnings are coming to you. But first you might have to endure a short period of solitude, singlehood, which is you have the greatest fear that you believe that you cannot go into it. So now today's theme is focused on for this kind of solitude time, solitary, how can you tackle it and go over it in order to receive these new solutions and new beginnings. So in here we see that this is the today's theme today. If you found it resonates, so please continue to watch, and if not, you can just maybe go to the next video. Yes, true. And I'm going to use the another tarot deck, the Fortuna tarot deck I've just purchased lately. It has a stunning design. Please support them if you like to have some tarot as well. So this tarot will be about how can spiritual suggest you to go further for this difficulties. In here we see that the solitude time is a bit killing you. So Harry Spiritual will further explain this kind of solitude time, a further explanation, a stronger clarity for you. Clarification, sorry. I'm happy that I have the, because normal tarot deck they just have 78, but for this they have, oh my god, they have three together. So okay, they have one extra card with the magnum opus, which is kind of like, my wording is not that perfect, so I would just say like the wisdom eye. So in your intuition, in your feelings, and trust your gut, trust your intuition, there is something coordinating with your intuition, with your spiritual sense, and there is something you wish to go for it. In here I feel like the spirit is trying to say trust your heart when your mind is trying to take over all kind of control. Try to negotiate this kind of process, why there is a sense of like imbalance when you are trying to go with your mind. In here we have the magnum opus, Empire, Princess of Talismans, the archetype of Page of Pentacles. Also we have the Six of Pentacles. Perhaps I will just use the archetype for this, because if I use all kind of their names, I'm afraid that all my readers are going to be confused. So I will use it this. I would say like Page of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and also we have the Hermit, High Priestess, and the Seeker, which is the archetype of the Fool. In here, I see that when you are trying to evolve to be your Emperor energy, there is some kind of evolution you have to endure. For diamond, we can make diamond from carbon, but the carbon must endure strong pressure that can make it to be a beautiful diamond, the most resilient shape, but it also go through some strong pressure, strong stress. So I must say here is a kind of tough evolution, but probably some fruitful result in here we see. With this Six of Pentacles, I will consider this as external support, that mostly I would say like the first few person that you can come up to your mind will be them. So this is the spiritual explanation about your solitude movement, that you are trying to go over this kind of evolution. It is because it have to go with your solitude. In here we see your solitude, right? The Hermit mode, the High Priestess, and the Fool. In here I will say like going with your solitude movement, there is a lot of insight, a lot of wisdom that you can go over yourself, but this is also seems like going to make you burn out. I don't know why, but I have a message like this. Supposedly I will say like this wisdom is going to make you exhaust, but I see it is extremely burnt out, that when you are trying to go over your solitude movement. But from this support from your inner self and the external help, I can see that you are raising up from the Fool, that in fact you are not going everything without any knowledge. You are well blessed, you are not reckless, you have your wisdom. In here we see that your wisdom support your adventure. Just this is a kind of new experience for you to go through it, that in order to go to your new evolution, new changing, I would say it, in fact it can't be included as evolution, as human cannot evolve, but they can be enlightened. So I would say this should be enlightenment. For this enlightenment, that you will go through strong pressure, but you also have some help. And while in this pressure, you might feel so difficult to go through this period of time, but you can also admire yourself that you have a lot of wisdom in this period of time. Although there is some insecurity moment that is going to shaking you like you're losing everything, lose all balance. But from your intuition, you know what is right, and from your heart, you know what is right. This is what I see it. So the biggest difficulty is your fear. I would say, in fact, you are well blessed, you are well supported, and I think you are doing your greatest hard work for it. Because as in the Six of Pentacles, I will see this is because Spirit do admire your hard work, so they are also sending more supportive energy to go on with your journey. So in this, let's see one more. What is your inner self? What's inside yourself can support you? This is the Sacred Creator Oracle deck. I love this because this is kind of affirmation, raising up people about themselves. I love this. Okay, so it's a bit too much. I will just take one. Soul on Fire. Okay, there is certainly something is motivating you, and you are thinking about this if you're going to do it. So this is an external validation, sorry, to say that yes, your intuition is correct, you are trying to go to what you want to, but there is your fear that you might not try to go with it. So think about it, that if you do want to go for it, that you are encourage yourself, you are motivated by the external validation, you can try to go through it. The biggest fear, can they beat down your soul? And I don't think that they can. The fear is just a fear, and you are the muse. In fact, in here I will see as a kind of lack of self-love. You are not admiring yourself enough. In fact, you, the muse, you are your muse in your life. You do know what is the most helpful to you. You know what kind of activity gonna bring you the greatest joy. If you don't, please try to seek it, because you can only be the only person to know the true answer. Try to admire yourself more, try to appreciate yourself more. In here I see that, please try to go for it. Yes. So here's what I have seen with this external validation. I will also say, try to recognize what kind of signs that in your life have been giving you some inspiration. I see that perhaps some songs, some films, some speeches can inspire you. So be mindful for that. So at this very last, we shall see where the spiritual guidance is going to support you as well. So this time we are not just only your inner self, but also how is the spirit is about to support you as well. So in here, no, not it here. Okay, this one. Breathe deeply, find your tribe, and reconsider your commitments. Oh my God. So breathe big, let it all in, expand your fabulous belly. Who cares if your jeans feel too tight? Here's an idea. Buy a roomier pair. Deep, full breaths invigorate you. They release sadness and allow ecstasy to flood in. Pause. Inhale a long, slow, big, delicious breath. Exhale. Remember, whenever the going gets tough, take a deep breath and trust that you are capable of greatness. Here, the last sentence is so good. When there is some kind of nervous moment, have a deep breath. Do you really qualify yourself enough that at that moment of time, perhaps the fear is overrated? So take a deep breath, calm down a bit. You are capable of greatness. Try to believe that. In here, because the sentence is too long, so I will just cap capture the last or and the first sentence. Your spiritual tribe is out there. You are never alone. Try to think of what kind of tribe that you have been longing for. And in here, reconsider your commitments. Your freedom is closer than you think. I'm sorry, I'm skipping all kind of sentences, because I'm just going to make it like 15 minutes only. So, but I'm making it more than 15 minutes already. So, anyway, in here I see this kind of reconsider your commitments is a bit kind of judgmental mind. You have given you some kind of tough judgment for yourself already. So many no's that you have given in your life and your thoughts, and you have banned it around again and again and again and again. Why you have to ban it so many times? So perhaps there is a fear inside. Try to think of it, figure it, and breathe deeply, and so you can think of it again, right? And in here, to find your tribe, I feel like perhaps you are a bit too nervous to go over your life, to go over your social as well. In here, I smell like, sorry, I use the verb smell because I do smell this kind of solitude moment. In here, actually, it is a bit interesting. In this kind of solitude, you are afraid of solitude, but also you have not been getting into the greatest joyful tribe you have been longing for. Perhaps you have to, in here I see it like what kind of tribe you have been longing for, what kind of desiring you have been longing for. Perhaps you have to go through the greatest solitude so you know what you are truly longing for. Here I smell some contradictions. So I can't say that you have been with some fake friends, but they might not the greatest allies you have been longing for. So that's all for today. That is all I can have for you. So take it to resonate, and I see you next time. Thank you. Bye.